What is happening, Magnus sites? Before we get in this, it was funny. Someone commented, "We love you, just got up here. Like I just woke up." No, I did this to it on purpose. You have to be able to tell the difference. There is a distinct difference. When you get up, it's all lopsided and everywhere, and it's, you know what I mean? But when it's kind of uniform, see that? See how it's kind of uniform? Looks like anime hair. Yeah, it's yeah. I did that to it on purpose. Now, video proves what went wrong with the MCU. Well, I am very interested in finding out what this video is. I mean, there's plenty of things that I can think of that went wrong with the MCU, as well as other entertainment. But it says here, the MCU has taken a big turn for the worse following Avengers Endgame. A video starting to go viral on Twitter proves what went wrong with MCU following Avengers Endgame. As I previously have written about, Phase 1 and 3 were big successes because they had Jon Favreau, Joss Whedon, James Gunn, and the Russo brothers on board as creators. However, following the release of Avengers Endgame, all that changed. Started to change slightly before that with Captain Marvel. Kevin Feige's new MCU is a big failure. Not only did Marvel replace fan favorite characters, but it's also known that the new creators behind these movies and Disney Plus projects aren't fans of the source material. Yes, I have seen that. So that's led to a big downfall, which includes the recent failure of The Marvels, the MCU's lowest performing movie at the box office, which was preceded by the big failure of Quantumania. It's also known the Disney Plus shows haven't been a big success, as She-Hulk Season 2 isn't happening, and only Loki got a second season. Disney CEO Bob Iger has also confirmed that they're pulling back on Marvel, which obviously you don't do with something that is a big success. Lots of warnings. Back in September 2019, I warned you all this was going to happen. Also back in 2022, a Marvel producer foreshadowed what was to come. Quote, "One thing I think is interesting, and specifically for writers, I would say a lot of times we're pitched writers who love Marvel." Marvel producer Nate Moore explained to the Matthew Bellani podcast, and to me, that's always a red flag because I go, oh, I didn't want you to already have a pre-existing idea of what it is because you grew up with issue 15 and that's what you want to create. A former Marvel Comics editor also says more of the same. Watch the video for more. All right. Let's see here. Let's check this out.
In the comics. I was not very steeped in the comics.
I didn't read any comics or do any research.
I wasn't familiar with comics. I wasn't familiar with the movies.
We didn't lean into a whole lot of the history of comic books.
Yeah, candidly, we were not enormous comic fans.
I wasn't super into superhero comics when I was a kid. I read a lot of like indie press stuff.
First thing I was told is don't read the comics.
Really?
As a creator, they put you in a bubble. They don't let you talk about any of the other projects, right?
You know,
This was a Neurotics video.
We ultimately decided to redefine it for the series and thought that it worked better for the story that we're trying to tell.
Did you ever read you haven't read the comic?
When the DVD comes out, I'm going to read a Thor comic book and just see where we went wrong.
I was not very steeped.
Yeah, that's horrible. If you haven't seen that before, I'm sure some of you are shocked. I'm sure some of you are not shocked. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, they were being told not to read the comics. It all makes sense now. All makes sense. All makes sense. I think that to make a hit with a very strong IP, that you need to understand that IP, not just come in blind. Oh my God. One of the people comments can confirm, at least on the comic book side, when I was assigned Punisher and Emma Frost, X-Men, at Marvel, I was advised that I didn't need to understand the comics or the current continuity. Self-insert character. The sad thing was, these are effing comics I read as a child. Let me know what you all think it is. When you bring in people and you tell them, don't. Could you... So this is on the Marvel side. Doesn't it just seem insane to say a new Batman movie's being written? You're like, all right, so what's your experience with Batman? Well, I saw a little when I was a kid, but I'm mainly into tech. I don't really know much about Batman, but I know he's a big-time superhero and everybody loves him. Great. Don't read any more of them. This is what we want you to do. Like, I just got me stammering and stuttering. I don't understand that. I have no idea the thought process that would compel a producer or whoever is in charge to tell people that are writing a comic, that may be continuing a book, that may be making a novelization of a movie, to someone that's writing a script for anything that's a series, an animated series, or a movie of a strong, popular IP. Don't read any of it. I would hear a toilet flush. If you want to lose money, that's what you want to do. Bring in someone that knows nothing of the lore, doesn't understand the fandom, and have them write down their thoughts. My blood pressure's getting up. 10 million subscribers.